We are visiting a beautiful community today, and it is in a great location.
Place is great.
Yes, thank you, Kevin. This is the wonderful Somerset Meadows in Bedford County. We are going to look at 3 houses in this video, 1 that has sold and 2 that... Nope. We are going to look at 3 houses in this video, 1 that's for sale and 2 that have already sold. And we're going to give you some general information on size of homes, price of homes, the community in general. As we zoom in here to the houses that we're going to look at and the area specifically on the LAR map, you're going to see that one blue, that one is for sale, and those 2 green, those are the ones that have sold. This is a community of about 200 homes overall. Prices are going to be around $600,000 and up. There are certain restrictions in here with the HOA, like the exterior finish of the homes or the size of the homes. You have an 1,800 square foot minimum for 1-level homes and 2,400 square foot minimum for 2-level homes. You also have nicer, larger lots.
The exercise yard!
You don't have those kind of yards, but you do have nice yards in this community. And we're going to give you, again, more details on the specific size of homes and lots later in the video. You also have 2 tennis courts and a little playground for the kids, and it's in a great location. We're going to talk about location within the location later in the video, which is going to be good no matter where you're looking to buy. It's just a good example of how hyper local specific location can be. Let's take a look at the map here and show you exactly where we're looking at. Okay, you see Lynchburg City off to the northeast a little bit, Smith Mountain Lake down to the southwest, and then way over to the west you see Roanoke. As we dial in here, you're going to see London Downs Golf Club, really nice golf course. I know I've been there for our Realtor Association tournaments, or whatever we call them, I guess tournaments. David's played there.
So this is my 157 club. Just kidding. This is my hope it hit the green club.
And you might hear beeping in the background because I'm still working. This is the community right here. You have Carlton Place, Remington. You have Somerset Drive coming in. Colby goes all around, and I didn't really hit Rio. Rio Lane is up there. All right, satellite view. Now, this is important because you see all those trees to the north? Well, a lot of those trees are gone, man. That area was kind of cleared out. There is going to be a community going in there of about 200 townhomes, maybe some singles. I'm not sure, but 200 overall. Sorry for the noise in the background. 200 overall. So it's not going to connect at this point to Somerset Meadows, but you're going to see later when we look at this, trees that are cleared out. So let's go ahead and take a look at some distances here. The community market downtown, about 20 minutes. The airport, about 12 minutes. The hospital, 25 minutes. University of Lynchburg, about 22 minutes. Randolph College, 27 minutes. Liberty University, 12 minutes. You just jump out on 460 and head east, and you're at LU in no time. The D-Day Memorial, if you jump on 460 and head west, you get right to the D-Day Memorial, and that's the town of Bedford, 20 minutes. And if you haven't been to the D-Day Memorial, man, you've got to go. When you come visit here, you got to make a trip to the D-Day Memorial. It is amazing. Roanoke is 50 minutes. Smith Mountain Lake is 35 on the short end. It always depends on where you're going on that big, beautiful lake. But on the short end, it's about 35 minutes. Costco, an hour and 20 minutes. That's another way to say Charlottesville. North, about an hour and 20 minutes. If you want to stay local, we do have the Sam's Club, which you can hit up for their delicious pretzels. Richmond, 2 hours and 15 minutes away. We hit Richmond about a year or so ago to see Les Mis in the one theater there. It was a very nice theater, and it was a great show. And then if you've got nothing to do for a day or 7, you can drive to Disney. Only 10 hours and 15 minutes south. Okay, something else you're not far from, no matter where you are, if you're watching this video, is me. You can go ahead and give me a call anytime. You have my name and my number right there. Reach out, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I would love to talk to you. If you're thinking about moving to in or around the Lynchburg, Virginia area, I do work with that little international real estate company called eXp Realty, and it would be a pleasure to help you. So go ahead and give me a call.
Just call the office.
Well, you can call the office if you want to listen to Jim, but just call the number that I gave you. You can call me there, text me, send me an email. All right, quick look at a screenshot of that same area that we're looking at, these 3 homes, 2 sold, 1 for sale right now. Take a look at those markers. That's since September of 2022. Now, since that time, we've had 16 properties overall that sold in here. It's a beautiful community, but it does have some turnover. So properties are becoming available, going on sale and being sold every year. So if you're interested in getting in here, it's not highly unlikely that you can get in, but it just depends on what exactly you're looking for. Let me give you some average numbers as we do a drive through the community and just give you an overview of kind of what the streets and houses look like. Those 16 houses since September of 2022, they were on an average of 0.85 acres. The average size of the home is over 3,900 square feet. Average list price was $621,000, average sales price $615,000, and the average days on the market was 45 days. As we are going to find out when we look at the 3 specific homes we're going to look at today, sometimes days on the market, as it increases, you're going to see a drop in price. Sometimes not so much. When you're looking at homes that are $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, you got to find the specific buyer for those, and sometimes that buyer isn't found right away. But when they are found, they're still willing to pay close to what that list price is. So we'll see that as we kind of dig into some of the numbers here. Let's start off with the one that's for sale on Somerset. Here's a quick drive up. Now, this is the road coming in right off of 811, and this is on the north side, I guess you want to say. And you can see behind it is that barn. So this one that's still available, 3-bed, 3-bath. It's one of the smaller homes, 2,100 square foot, on 0.76 acres. This one was built in 2003, and it's listed at $535,000. Now, what you're going to notice here, ceilings are a little bit lower in that main level living. The newer homes have the more cathedral and higher arch ceiling. You do have that nice sunroom there in the back. Just some of the furniture, some of the decor may make it look a little dated. 2003, some of that darker wood type cabinets. Today you're seeing a lot of white, you're seeing some gray or black or different colors. That's a cool room with like the transom windows above. $535,000. Yeah, it's a smaller house, but it's kind of a good entry point to get into Somerset Meadows if you want to be in this location. Now also, you can't just drive across the road to go to the golf course, FYI. I did ask them about that. I asked the golf course, can people over here just get in their golf cart and drive across? No, you have to use the golf cart that's at the golf course. Not being a golfer, there's a look at the playground currently and a tennis court. Not being a golfer, I didn't really understand this. Well, let me say this. Not being a golfer yet. I'm going to get into golf. I want to say I'm going to do it this year, 2024. I think I might. I think I'm going to do it. But they said, no, we want to control the quality of the golf carts that are on our golf course. Maybe as far as emissions or not breaking down or being nice to the grass that they're driving on. I don't know. Also making some money, I guess. I don't know if that's normal for golf courses. But anyway, you can't drive your golf cart from Somerset Meadows over the street to go to London Downs Golf Course. But you still should go to London Downs. All right, let's drive up to this house on Shasta that recently sold. And you're going to see a little bit of the difference here between this home and the other one. This was built in 2000, though. This one is older than the one that we just saw, but we're going to see some differences inside. This one is on 0.79 acres. It's quite a bit larger at over 4,100 square feet. Has that nice big yard here in the back that's fenced in. 5-bed, 5 full bath. You see like a larger ceiling, but I mean, that doesn't really hold true with my timing because this one is built a little bit older than the one we just looked at. But still, we have the cathedral ceilings here. The 2000, you see the ballast, the banister there with the wood. As we get into the newer builds, you're going to see more of the metal railings and ballast on the handrails going upstairs. This one was listed at $629,900 and sold at $625,000, so not far off the list price. It's a nice bathroom. It looks like a newer bathroom. Maybe they redid that. At any rate, the thing stole it. This thing hung around for 129 days. Again, normally as we see days on the market increase, we see the price closer to the list price drop down. But this one, nope, it stuck around, held its value, found that right buyer. You see the 12 by 12 tile downstairs. That's a little bit of sign of the times as well. You're going to see larger tile, rectangular tile, or luxury vinyl plank in basements today if you're building something new. But it's a nice looking place and it held its value quite well. Our drive up to the last one here on Colby Drive, look at that. Okay, let's hit pause a second. Look at the lack of trees back there. They've already removed quite a bit of trees. You remember that overshot satellite video I showed you where you had all those trees and I said they were cleared out? That other development is going to come up to the back portion of this house. So that's going to be happening sometime this year, 2025. But this is a home built on a slab, no basement. Now, the people that just bought this, or correction, just sold it, when they bought it not long ago, they put a pool in the back, which we're going to see in some of the photos. Even in these photos, it looks like they had a couple more trees up back there. But this one is 5 bed, 3 full bath, 1.61 acre, and it is 3,100 square feet with no basement. Living room area, you see how the living room, it's hard to tell by some of these photos, that's off of the kitchen. The kitchen is at an unusual angle here where you see the island right there. It's a little bit unusual, the spacing that's in the kitchen. I was in this home, I toured this home. Big area in the kitchen. You see the gray cabinets, as we talked about being a little bit newer. This place was built in 2021 only. Tray ceilings in the bedroom and the double vanity. That's all. I'm going to do a video sometime on something called Speckle. It's my own little acronym I came up with. What you saw there, that the Cowboys room was a room above the garage. So it does have a frog, finished room over garage, but no basement. There's some aerial shots of the community outdoor space. It's a great little spot here. I really love this area, and you're not far from anything. Go ahead and rewind, go back and see all the distances, including Disney World. But you're not far from a lot of stuff, man. It doesn't take you long to get places, and yet you're still kind of out of the way and removed. And if you're a golfer, right across from London Downs. Come on, can you beat that? So as I'm harping about location, let me tell you a little bit about location inside location, why it's important. We're going to look at 2 homes, both on Colby Drive. They're separated by 1 home in the middle. So we got 1, 2, 3, only 1 home in the middle. And let me tell you a little story about them and how they sold. And this is what I mean by location. You can be in this community and you can have a yard that looks back at common space, looks back at trees, or you can have a yard that looks back at 5 neighbors. Or you can have a yard that looks back towards 460. So for example, let's do this little drive-by, and then at some point I'm going to get quiet here so you can hear the volume of this. But we're looking at 1811 and 1771. They both closed in June of 2023. 1811 is a 5 bed, 4 bath, 4,700 square foot house listed for $625, and it sold for $600 in 3 days. Okay, this is 1811 right here that we're looking at. Only took 3 days to sell. The next house, 1711, is going to be, let me hit pause here for a second. The next house, 1711, is going to be a 5 bed, 3 bath, 3,700 square foot house. So yeah, it has 1,000 square feet less, listed at $689. And it dropped down to $599. $90,000 price drop, and I know specifically why. Let's take a listen here. Now, it's a windy day, so you're going to hear some of that wind blowing through the mic on the phone camera, but you can hear a little bit of that road noise in the back, right? And at 1811, you're not looking as directly onto 460. We skip a house and we come up here to 1771, and there you can see where 460 is running right back there. When you're in the backyard of 1771, you do see and hear 460 a little bit more than you do at the house only 2 houses down. So that house sold how many days? 78 days. It took 78 days and a $90,000 price drop. You go, oh, 2 houses are in Somerset Meadows. Everything should be pretty much equal. Well, it's not equal because as we see, we have houses that are on slabs. We have houses that have basements. We have houses that look back to 460. We have houses that look back to trees. So even as you're digging into locations, no matter if it's Somerset Meadows or anywhere else, you can't just say, oh, this neighborhood's a good neighborhood, let me be there. You always want to be careful and take a look at the neighbors. Who's taking care of their property? Who's not? What does it back up to? Train tracks, a Dollar General, a liquor store, a big farm, all kinds of different variables. If you want to talk about those variables or anything else, or my acronym SPECKLE, go ahead and give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text. I would love to connect with you if I can help you in any way. It's been my great pleasure to do so for a few years now for those people who are hunting in Lynchburg, Virginia, or looking to sell and move on somewhere else. I would love to connect with you, so go ahead and reach out and feel free to check out other videos on the channel.